Hi guys, welcome back to a new video here. Will here from HPT Group, and quite an alarming fact is going on in the United Kingdom at the moment, where essentially there's potentially more listings being delisted and then actually added to the property market. Okay, so just a really short video here. If you haven't gone and met me before, I'm Will. I don't normally speak about property markets. But again, we help entrepreneurs relocate, open up offshore companies, open up offshore trusts with fintech, licensing, and helping them structure their life, their business interests moving forward in a very asset protected, tax minimalized manner going into 2026. And we have helped many clients around the world. So when we look at the UK property market, we're all aware about how poor the UK economy has been performing, but there is some really hidden data and hidden facts under the cover of the bad news. It gets even worse. Okay, and as we know, the UK taxes, the abolishment of the non-dom status that you could get there. So London used to be a place where it was a one-stop shop for wealthy, whatever you want to call them, elites, wealthy expats, entrepreneurs, to come, and they would come. They have all the services, such as my company used to be located in the UK, but now it's located in Hong Kong. But they would come, they could spend their money, they could buy a nice car, buy some property, go shopping, and be there for 50 days a year, and essentially be a non-resident. And again, get that global income tax free. And additionally speaking as well, they would always be propping up the property market with investments, investing into the UK in a tax efficient manner, XYZ. But now we are seeing something completely different. The entire demand of foreign direct investment into the UK is massively shrinking. We have a lack of startups there, lack of job opportunities. Yes, we have some great startups, such as Revolut, for example, we've seen being valued at 75 billion. But an interesting fact on the property market today, as we are seeing, I think 45,000 properties got delisted because they were on there for so long that, simply speaking, no one wanted to buy them. And the landlords, the owners of these properties, are not willing to sell at the current market price, right? So we're currently seeing something happen in the UK that's never really happened in a long time, where essentially property prices are on the verge of collapse. Now, when I say collapse, it doesn't have to be a full-on collapse to be very dangerous to the UK economy and also the global economy as well. Because at the end of the day, just a small dent in the UK could really harm global trade, the current situation anyways, with job market, crime issues, general just lack of funding and lack of decent government running it, and decent budgets as well. It's not always the government's fault. I'm not currently pro the UK government, but I'm not against them. Essentially, they're just dealing with cards that they currently have, and the cards which they have are not an ace. They're looking at a 3 and a 5 or a 3 and a 4, essentially speaking there. But saying that, I still have clients who are investing heavily in the UK, more in the smaller end of the property market in terms of properties worth 100 or 200k. But they have like 10 of them or 6 of them, they refurb them, they rent them out, XYZ. This is still pretty popular, especially I think in the northwest or northeast of England. In the north is much better, but these expensive home prices and assets in the UK have been depreciating for over a year now. And now we're seeing typical middle-class homeowners with above average than the average of the country's house value actually start to delist their properties that they did originally want to sell, which really tells us something about the UK when the average middle-class person is not satisfied at their home ownership value that they've had that mortgage on, and they can't even sell this asset because no one wants to buy it at the asking price or even just below the asking price, then that is a massive problem. Now, it doesn't take Einstein to figure that out, that that's not good for the local economy when the hardworking people, citizens, can't even sell their own house, let alone buy one. Okay, especially for gentlemen and ladies of my age. Imagine trying to enter the UK property market where you work a 9 till 5 in a bank in London, or as a lawyer, or as an insurance broker, right? Or in shipping, whatever you're working in. How can someone earning a £60,000 to £70,000 salary afford an apartment in London? It's quite frankly impossible, and this is what it's come to a state. You know, it is, I wouldn't say it's a bubble, but it's something that's been waiting to happen. Some people say it's karma from what British did before. Some will say it's not that, and it's just how things happen. It's a massive coincidence. But there is an illusion of stability that I do want to mention in the UK, and I cannot see it's a great place for slow and stagnant growth. I cannot see a massive property collapse incoming. I can see a reduction in prices again, and a reduction in foreign direct investment. But what I think is more harming to the UK is a little bit like Japan, where we have this stagnant growth. You know, very, very, very low levels of GDP growth for a period of 10 years, for example, it can happen for, and just a complete dissatisfaction and trust within the current government or future governments as well, as the people generally feel like they've been fucked over completely, you know. Many UK residents, their UK property is not just a UK property. That's their leverage, that's their life, that's everything they've ever even worked for. This is why it's such an alarming threat that the consumer confidence, let's say, in the UK population and the UK residents must be on its arse. And it's really quite alarming to see people even move to the UK at this current level if they are an entrepreneur. I haven't moved anyone to the UK. We've been so focused and so busy on people exiting the UK, exiting France, exiting Germany. Instead, they're investing in property overseas. We've seen Portugal investments, we've seen South African, we've seen Guernsey, we've seen Dubai, we've seen all of these. But this is what we do help clients do. We do help them structure themselves, their property investment, their property portfolios, their general portfolios, and also their life around the world to basically go where your money goes further, your investments are better, your taxes are lower, and your assets are more protected. So overnight, guys, just thought I'd share my short message here. Just been reading on the Financial Times, some of the media outlets this morning about the UK property market, and just thought it would be something you guys should look into, as it is very, very interesting. Overnight, guys. See you in the next video. Cheerio.